Good day, everyone. Welcome to Deku Universe. Today we are beginning part 1 of What If Badass Deku Became Sprit of Vengeance. The fanfiction is created by Un0123 on Wattpad. Now let's begin. It was a peeling sunny morning. The birds were singing, the light from the sun was nice and warm, and people were rising to start their days. All was quiet this early morning at the Yagi residence, until the 4-year-old greenette Izuku Yagi woke up in his All Might-themed room. As he opened his eyes, he remembered what day it was and hurried out his door to get to his sister's room. Izumi had hair like Toshinori, long and blonde, and her eyes were blue like her father's. Izuku. Izumi, wake up. Today's the day. Shake Izumi. Izumi, Izuku, why are you? Oh right, our quirk test is today. Izuku, yeah. We have to go and wake up Mom and Dad. The twins ran into their parents' bedroom to wake them up. Due to Toshinori's job, they had more than enough money to afford the large house that they lived in. As Izuku and Izumi ran past the gym and the bathroom, they turned a corner to their parents' bedroom and barreled straight into Toshinori's legs, knocking him over. Toshinori, OOF. What are you two doing up so early? Izuku and Izumi. Sorry, Dad. We were coming to wake you and Mom up to take us to the quirk test today. Toshinori, that was today, wasn't it? He mused. Well, tell me what your quirks are when you get back. Toshinori seemed to be in a rush. Izuku, aren't you coming with us? Toshinori, sorry little Izuku, but work calls. Izumi, it's okay, Dad. We'll tell you about our quirks when you get home. Izuku, yeah. Toshinori chuckled. All right then, little ones. I should be back by 4 o'clock. After Toshinori got back up and walked off, Izuku and Izumi ran to their mother and woke her up, reminding her that the quirk test was today. Inko, well then, you two better get dressed while I make breakfast. Izuku and Izumi then rushed back to their respective rooms to get ready, while Inko went to the kitchen to cook their breakfast. Inko, Toshinori must have been called to deal with a villain. He was almost as excited as the kids for this. Inko chuckled to herself at the memory of an excited Toshinori. Time skip quirk hospital. Doctor, I'm sorry, kid, but you're quirkless. Izuku, what? He said quietly while sitting on the chair in the doctor's room. Izumi and Inko were shocked after hearing the news. His son didn't have any quirks at all. This has to be a mistake. Inko, are you sure, doctor? There has to be some sort of mistake, right? The doctor looked at her and then placed the test result on his table. Doctor, as you can see, there isn't any extra toe joint in your son at all. And we ran a BLD test just to make sure, and it showed no active signs of quirk. I'm sorry, kid, but you're quirkless. Izuku was shocked. Without even realizing it, he dropped his All Might figure and just stared at the floor while holding his eyes so as not to cry. Doctor, but the good news is that your daughter has the same quirk as you, but is much stronger. If she trains herself every day, she could be an amazing hero in the future. After hearing the good news, Inko just smiles happily while looking at her daughter. Inko, did you hear that, Izumi? You're going to be an amazing hero. She immediately turned around and hugged her daughter. They were so happy to hear the news that they didn't see Izuku looking at her mom with a sad look. Izuku shuddered. See, can I still be a hero even without a quirk? Izuku asked the doctor with a saddened expression. Doctor, of course, young man. Remember what All Might always said about anyone having the potential to be a hero. After he was done talking with the doctor, he didn't notice that his mother was already gone with Izumi to the car. He said goodbye to the doctor while the doctor was smiling with a pained expression and having the thought, Doctor, poor kid. He's going to have a hard life. I'm just hoping that his parents will love him no matter what. Izuku is running to the parking lot, trying to catch up with his mother. Barely catching up, he entered the car and sat while looking at the window. On the way home, his mother kept praising Izumi's new quirk and saying that she would be the next #1 hero along the way home. Soon they arrived at their home. Around 4 o'clock, his father greeted their children and asked a question. Toshi, so how did it go? Inko, well, Izuku is quirkless, but our daughter has a stronger version of my quirk. After hearing the news, his father turned around and lifted his daughter in the air to congratulate her. Toshi, I'm so proud of you, Izumi. That's my baby girl. You're going to be a great hero, dear." After hearing that, Izumi just smiles happily at her father and gives him a loving hug. But in the corner of the room, Izuku is standing quietly while thinking that his family has already forgotten him. They celebrated Izumi for having a strong quirk by having a feast, but Izuku felt like he didn't belong there, so he just went to his bed and slept, hoping that tomorrow was going to go back to normal. But how wrong he was. Next day, Izuku POV. I woke up in the morning after a long day yesterday. Ever since I learned that I'm quirkless, my parents have been focusing all of their attention on Izumi and left me alone in the dark. But I guess it's just for a day, right? I'm sure that today is going to go back to normal. I got up from my bed and headed to the bathroom to brush my teeth, and all of a sudden my mom called me while holding Izumi in her arm. "Inko, Izuku, can you let Izumi use the bathroom first? She needs to get ready for school." Before I can speak, Izumi has entered the bathroom and shut the door. I just stood there with a thought crossing my mind. "Izuku, what just happened? Did my mom just prioritize Izumi over me? No, I must be overthinking. Izumi must be exhausted after yesterday's party." So I just waited in front of the door, and after 15 minutes, Izumi had already finished showering, and I went in to brush my teeth and had a shower. After I finished, I went downstairs to see both my parents and Izumi in the dining room. Mom is in the kitchen cooking a pancake, and Dad just sitting while reading a newspaper. I went to greet them, but none of them replied to me at all, because they were too busy with their things. So I just sit down and wait for my breakfast. When Mom finished cooking, I just saw 3 plates with pancakes and not 4 instead. I was confused, so I just asked my mom, "Izuku, Mom, where's my pancake?" With a perplexed look from my mom. "Inko, oh sorry dear, looks like I didn't make enough for all of us." "Izuku, it's okay Mom, I just grabbed an apple in the fridge or something." I got up to open the fridge and grab the apple. "Toshi, oh Izumi, we should drive you to school now. It's almost getting late," after looking at the clock. After hearing that, I almost went to the car with Izumi and Dad, but I forgot my backpack in my room and went to get it. But when I got down and headed to the car, I just saw Dad drive the car to the school without me. I was shocked. Did my dad just leave me to go to school on foot? While I was standing in the doorway, I realized that I was almost late for school, so I just went ahead and ran. Thankfully, I remember my way to school since I was 3 years old, so I'm not afraid to get lost. And after 30 minutes, I finally made it to the school. I was running till my breath was almost out, and I was exhausted. At school, when I entered the classroom, I got a lot of weird stares, and many kids were whispering to each other talking about me. Based on the stares and the quiet talking, I know that they were talking bad about me, and I can hear some of them talking. Student 1, "Hey, is it that kid that you were talking about?" Student 2, "So the rumors were true." Student 3, "My friends say that we should avoid him at all cost." Student 4, "He looks pathetic." Student 1, "Careful, you may get his disease. I heard it's infectious." I heard many people talking, and I just sat down at my table and saw Izumi was looking at me with a mean look on her face, and I don't know why. Did I offend her or something? While Izuku was confused about his thoughts, Izumi was looking at her big brother and praying that her friend's plan to stop Izuku from trying to be a hero would be a success. Izumi POV. Izumi, I hope that your plan is working, Kaken. Izumi thought about her friend's plan. Flashback, 30 minutes before Izuku arrived. After arriving at the school, I'm walking to the class while still thinking about yesterday's doctor's visit. The thought of her brother can't be a hero doesn't sit right with her at all. It's like her parents telling their kids that Santa Claus didn't exist, that it's just a fairy tale. I'm still trying to be positive and thinking that it's still an attainable dream and that he still can be a hero. But she can't deny the fact. My brother is quirkless. He doesn't have a quirk. He can't be a hero. How can he fight a villain without having a quirk? It's impossible. That was all she thought along the way to school. And it doesn't help her at all after watching a TV show last night. After yesterday's party, she decided to stay late and watch television in the living room when a certain documentary program shows on the screen. It's called Life of a Hero Behind the Scene. It's an old documentary film that shows that being a hero is not just about beating a villain and saving the day, but the danger that comes from being a hero. Many heroes lost their lives because their quirk wasn't strong enough or because they lacked the training and the DSBLN to be a hero. I saw an old pro hero named Kajiro with a heat quirk who lost his life in the line of duty because his quirk wasn't strong enough to defeat the villain, so he got killed. It shows everything that is happening behind the scenes of a hero's life. A pro hero that has to make an early retirement because of a permanent injury. A pro hero is just laying in a hospital bed with bandages all over the body. A funeral was held to honor the fallen pro hero with their entire family and friends there crying at the loss of a hero and a friend. The more I remember it, the more I realize that being a hero is not an easy job. You need a strong quirk to be a hero. Without it, you can't be a hero. You get killed in a line of duty. But it was his dream ever since he was little to be a hero, to be a #1 hero, just like All Might. I'm trying to hold my tears as a certain thought enters my mind. Izumi. What if Izuku tries to be a hero and he's got killed? She didn't want to watch her brother die. She loves her brother so much that she would do anything to keep him safe. As tears almost slipped through her eyes, someone tapped my shoulder. It was my friend Katsumi Bakugu and her twin brother Katsuki Bakugu. Katsuki. Hey Izumi. Why are you standing there all alone? Izumi. Nothing, Kakin. I replied quietly. But when both of them look at my face, I can tell that they know that I'm lying. After looking at my expression, Katsumi, Mimi, come on, you could talk to us if there's something wrong. We're friends, right? After saying that, I'm starting to think that she needs someone to talk to about this matter. It's not healthy to keep this problem to herself. But when I'm about to tell them, someone called my name. It was my friend Shoto Todoroki, Uraraku, and Ida. Shoto. Good morning, Izumi. Shoto smiled at her best friend with the rest of the friends. Katsumi and her brother replied to her greeting as well, and soon all of us were meeting in the playground behind the school. Katsumi. So how was the test yesterday? Did you finally find out about your quirk? Izumi. Well, my quirk is called telekinesis quirk. It's just like my mom, but stronger. As I started to use my quirk to lift a couple of toys in the playground, my friends watched me in amusement. Katsumi. Nice, Mimi. Shoto is so appealing, with a blush. Katsuki. Amazing, Izumi, with a blush. Others nod. My friends started to congratulate me. I feel like all eyes were on me, and they started to admire me and my quirk. But all that happiness is about to turn upside down with the next question. Katsumi. And what about Zuzu? And where is he anyway? While looking around to see him. For a split second, I hesitated. Katsumi and Shota kept bombarding me with questions about Izuku's quirk that they didn't see the fear that I had in my eyes, and I was too scared to give them the answer. Izumi. Izuku is quirkless. I finally answered the question with a heavy tone. Silence. All the questions that they asked me were stopped with one sentence. All were quiet for a moment to collect themselves, but Katsumi was the first one to collect herself. Katsumi, Zuzu is quirkless. This can't be true, right? After a shocked pause. You're not joking, right? Izumi. No, Kat, it's true. While holding her tears, I told them about the doctor's visit to the advice the doctor told Izuku to tell them about the documentary film that I watched last night. When I had finished speaking, Shoto looked slightly confused. But there's no way a quirkless person can be a hero. They don't have a quirk, so how are they going to beat a villain? Izumi, I know, and I'm afraid that when my brother becomes a hero, he's going to get injured or killed. And I don't know what to do. I said to him while crying, and Ochaco decided to comfort me. As all of us ponder with our minds, trying to figure out a solution to stop my brother from becoming hero, Katsuki decided to speak up about what was on his mind. What if we force him to stop being a hero? Ida, what do you mean Bakugo? Hand chop. Katsuki, look, we know that Izuku is going to be a hero no matter what, with or without a quirk. So we need to show him that being a hero is way too dangerous without a quirk. Ochaco. And how are we going to do that? Katsuki. We need to bully him, said Kakin while looking me in the eye. Izumi, what? No, I'm not going to bully my brother. Have you lost your mind, Kakin? I yelled at him. Is he crazy? I'm not going to bully my brother just because he's quirkless. Katsumi. Brother, you better be joking right now, cause it's not funny at all, with angrily. Katsuki. Look, we all know that Izuku is going to try to convince himself that he could be a hero no matter what. And if we show him the danger that he's facing while trying to be a hero without a quirk, he's going to give up eventually. Or do you want Izuku to get hurt in the future while pursuing his dream? With an irritated tone, while looking at all of them. While listening to Kaken's idea, I think that this might work. If Izuku sees the danger that he faces while trying to be a hero without a quirk, then he will stop and pursue a different career. As much as I don't like the idea itself, it's the best solution we have to make my brother give up. Izumi, okay, I agree. I said to him one by one. They started agreeing with me on Kaken's plan to keep my brother safe. And finally, all of us are on board to bully Izuku just to make him give up on his dream. Katsuki, all right, but we can just bully him. We need other people's help. So we need to spread the rumor that Izuku is quirkless and they have to stay away from him no matter what. Ida, it sounds like we're trying to outcast him, but if that is what it takes to keep Izuku safe, then I agree to your plan, Bakugo, while chopping his hand. Ochaco, but you better make sure we only do this until he gives up, all right, looking at Kaken. Katsumi, yeah, I don't want to hurt Aiken too badly. You know, Katsumi have had a crush on Izuku ever since they were 3 years old. Katsuki, it's okay, sis. I'm sure that the nerd is going to realize that his dream is impossible and he's starting to give up. Flashback end. As I was sitting in classroom, I started to see that some of our classmates were talking about Izuku. Kaken and Shoto must have spread the rumor to other classes as well. During the class, everyone is avoiding my brother no matter what, and none of them are even talking to him. I guess everyone in the class is on board with Kaken's plan. After the class is over, I went to the playground while my brother is following me from behind. I saw the rest of my friends there while looking at me and my brother, and I saw Kaken coming over to me and Izuku. Katsuki, hey Izuku, do you still want to be a hero? Asked my brother. For a moment, I was hoping that my brother would answer no, that he will give up his dream and pursue another career, a safe career for him. But that's not the answer that I get after hearing my brother answer. Izuku, of course Kaken, my brother answered while flashing a smile at us. However, that smile was wiped out by a small explosion that hit my brother's body. It didn't give him any burn marks, but it was painful by the look on his face. He stumbled a little bit, and his back touched the ground a little. Izuku, what are you doing, Kaken? Rubbing his wound. Katsuki harshly. Shut up, you nerd. Katsumi, yeah, get away from us, you freak. Izumi, go away, I said while using my quirk to hold him in the air. Ochaco, yeah, go away. Katsuki, hey guys, I just thought of something. Since he's quirkless, we should call him Deku. It stands for Defenseless Izuku, said Kaken while laughing. While everyone kept repeating the word Deku, Kaken had an idea while cracking his fist with a smirk. Katsuki, hey guys, let's teach this Deku a lesson that he will never forget. That a quirkless can't be a hero. Upon hearing that, all of us agreed with Kaken's idea. I'm holding my brother in the air while the rest of them keep hitting my brother with their quirk. They keep hitting my brother while he's pleading with us to stop. The sight of my brother's crying face is making me nauseous, but it proves Kaken's point. If this is enough to make my brother cry, then how is he supposed to beat a villain if he's a weak crybaby? The look on his sad face is enough for me to use my quirk to hold him a little tighter to make him feel pain. All his efforts to squirm out of my grasp were useless. As I'm starting to use my quirk to crush him a little, I can hear my brother scream through my ears, but that seems to make the beating more harder and painful. And after 10 minutes of non-stop beating, they finally stop and I drop my brother to the ground. Izumi, let that be a lesson, Deku. Never try to be a hero without a quirk. You're nothing more than a useless Deku. As I said that to my brother, I can see his face starting to hurt, not by the beating, but by the words that came out of my mouth. But I just brushed it off and left him on the playground with the rest of my friends joining me. I felt a little bad for what I said to him, but once he's given up, he's going to see what we're doing was the right thing to do. 'Cause all of us are doing this for his own good. Izuku POV. Pain aches from my body when I open my eyes. After I woke up from the beating my sister and her friends gave me, I can feel my body stiff. When I'm fully awake, I realize that the sun has finally come down and it's getting late. I'm trying to stand up, but my right leg is hurting from the beating and I'm walking with a limp. After a painful walk, I finally arrive at my home. I could see the lights on the balcony were turned on, and I can hear my family's voices inside the house. But when I opened the door, I wasn't greeted with a warm welcome like I always do, but with an angered look on both my parents, and Izumi was crying while rubbing her arm. Before I could speak, I was being pulled harshly by my mother, and she started to ask me a question in a demanding tone. Inko, Izuku, I was told by Izumi that you were pushing her to the ground. Did you do it or not? I was perplexed by the question itself. Did her own mother think that I pushed her to the ground? I can tell by the look on my mother's face that she was angry about something that I didn't even do. And I didn't do it. Izuku shuddered. No, Mom, I didn't do it. But it seems that my mom didn't believe a word that came from my mouth. So she asked again with a loud tone. Izuku Yagi, you have 5 seconds to tell me the truth, or you'll be in bigger trouble. Izuku, but I didn't do it. I didn't push her. Toshi, that's it. Go to your room, young man. Until you tell us the truth, you're not allowed to leave your room at all, with an angered look. Inko yelled, and no dinner to you at all. Can't handle the yelling and shouting. I just stormed out of my room while crying my eyes out. What is going on? Why is this happening to me? Why did her sister lie to Mom and Dad, just to get me in trouble? Everything is turned upside down ever since yesterday's visit to the doctor, and not in a good way. I was crying in my room. I can hear a peal of laughter and happy voices downstairs. I quietly open my room and walk slowly to the staircase to see what's going on. My father and mother are sitting at a table eating a katsudon along with my sister. Laughter and joy can be heard from the staircase, as I see them laugh with no worries at all. They act as if they were happy to have dinner without me joining at the table. They were like a happy family. My father is having a lovely conversation with Izumi about her day at school, and she's just talking about showing her quirk, and the rest of her classmates and her teacher were proud of her, saying that she will be a great hero. She's sitting there talking about her day, while leaving a small detail about her and her friends bullying me at school. After she was done talking about her day, my mom just smiled at my sister while praising her even more. Inko, we're so proud of you, Izumi. You're the best daughter a parent could ever have. When those sentences were left in my mom's words, I felt my heart just sting a little bit. I watch as she's getting all the love, all the praise, all the acknowledgement, all the care in the world while leaving me in the dark. Since I can't take it anymore, I just quietly entered my room and just headed to bed while a tear slipped through my eyelid and a question with no answer. Izuku, why can't they just love the same as Izumi? NPOV. After that on Izuku life, get more and more miserable, pain, loneliness for 10 years in that house and outside world. Somewhere far underground. Sir, isn't he ready yet? He will be, but I'm not going to bring him here. Let him come on his own. But it's that. Take more years to come. Deadpan look at her. So, what's like you go something to do here? Look away with pout. Sigh, and look back to Izuku who walking back home slowly. Don't worry, child, when the time come, you will get them back what they did, and you will become my. Close eyes, Sprit of Vengeance. Mizuta-fu, Japan, 2140, Aldred Junior High. In a classroom of Aldred Junior High, we can see Izuku Yagi just sitting on his chair while put his head down, while the rest of his classmates just ignore him, as always, while we see Bakugo just putting his feet on the desk acting like he owns the place. The teacher just came in and stand on the podium while holding a stack of paper. Teacher, as you already know, you guys are already the 3rd year. Now it's time for you all to think about your future. Oh, who am I kidding? You're all going to be heroes, of course. Throwing the stack of paper in the air while smiling idiotically. All the students just cheered on while showing off their quirks in the class and celebrated. While Izuku just lays his head on the desk, Bakugo just declares loudly to the rest of the class. Katsuki, hey teach, don't lump me with the rest of these extras, while smiling arrogantly, his friends saying, yeah, whatever, etc. Teacher smiled mischievously. Oh, by the way, Mr. Yagi, didn't you aim for UA as well? Smiled mischievously. Katsuki, Deku, I told you not to go to UA, you useless freak, Bakugo yelled loudly while popping his quirk on his hands. Teacher, that's enough, Ms. Bakugo. You can continue your activity when the class is over. as soon as the teacher said that Izumi just gave her brother one last look of disgust before going back to her seat and whisper from her seat, "Izumi, you're dead, Deku." When the bell rang, Izuku was surrounded by her sister and the rest of her friends, and by the looks on their faces, they weren't happy at all. "Izumi, you piece of SHD. I told you not to apply for UA," slammed her hand at his table. "Ochaco, what are you doing, Deku? Are you still trying to be a hero?" Izumi shouted as she grabbed his collar and lifted him from the ground. But Izuku just stays quiet without giving her an answer. "Ida, answer her, you quirkless runt." Grab from Ochaco and throw him to the wall. As some of his stuff is scattered around the classroom, Shoto sees a certain book that was thrown at his feet. Shoto, "Hey guys, take a look at this." Picking up the book, Hero Quirk Analysis number 13, what a joke. As soon as he takes the book and shows it to them, all they did was just laugh at it. Katsumi, what a joke. Is he still thinking that he could be a hero or something? Looks at Izuku. Wake up already. You're quirkless, so you're useless. Go be a reporter or something, so you can write about what a hero we are in the future. Katsuki, smirking at Izuku, but his head is just kept down this entire time. If you want to be a hero, there might be a way. He was hoping for a reaction or something, but Izuku just kept his head down, and Katsuki just pushes the dagger deeper into his heart even further. Just take a swan dive off a rooftop and prayed for a quirk in your next life. As he say that, all the room was quiet until Izuku get up and walk away without taking his thing. The friends are still shocked, only Katsuki who looking Izuku with smug face. When Izuku out and slammed the door, everyone shock spook and look at Katsuki. "Ida, what did you?" Cut off by Izumi. Izumi yell, "What have you done?" Use her telekinesis quirks to lift up Bakugo and slam him to wall. Katsuki slammed a wall and fall down and look up to friends. What did you mean, babe?" Izumi, "You don't know what we are doing?" Pulled back by Ochaco. Ochaco, Izumi clammed down. Izumi, I won't Ocha. Look back Katsuki with angry eyes. Bakugo, tell me, did you even remember what we doing? What we doing in the first place? Katsuki, what the F? Katsuki, start remember when they doing for Izuku. And he said this without friend giving a DM in. Other also remember what they doing to Izuku, and how far they did this without thinking everything. Shota, we have to. Interrupted by Katsumi, run out of the class and look for Izuku. Others start to follow. Izumi grab all the things at Izuku and about to walk, but look back to Bakugo, who's still shocked. Izumi, we are through. Bakugo, walk out the door. Inside tunnel, Izuku POV. I kept walking without a care in the world because of what Katsuki say and all the other things that happened in my life for 10 years. Izuku, the next #1 hero. Did All Might just go around and beat people merciless just for his own amusement? No. All Might give people hope and show people that anyone can be a hero. But those people are acting as the opposite of All Might. They act just like the villains that All Might beat every day. They're not heroes, they're villains. When I said that, I felt a burning sensation inside of him. Like a new emotion, something that is new. It's like I want to find Izumi and the rest of her gang and beat them up. Pay them back for what they did and give them a taste of his own medicine. Without realizing it, I felt a rage inside of me for the first time. I kept walking until I hear something. It was a slouching sound and something that has looked like sludge in a manhole cover beneath him. Then I heard a voice. "Slime, what a wonderful meat suit." Izuku's eyes widened, and I tried to jump back and escape from whatever that is trying to grab a hold of me, but it no avail because Slime caught me. "Slime, sorry kid, but I need a body to escape from those heroes that after me. And you'll be my perfect getaway ticket." As soon as the sludge villain said that, I started to hyperventilate and was scared for my life. But then I noticed someone that is coming for him. Never fear, why? Because I am here. When I heard those words, my heart is filled with hope and excitement. It's All Might, and he's going to save me. All Might, Detroit Smash. The punch itself is so powerful that it scatters the sludge body all over the neighborhood. He grabbed a soda bottle on the ground and just stuffed the villain inside it. I was shocked. All Might is here and standing in front of me. He's here to save me. Because of the shock, I passed out in the middle of the road while flabbergasted because All Might is literally standing in front of me. After 15 minutes, I started to wake up after feeling someone slapping both of his cheeks really hard and fast at the same time. All Might, hello young man, wake up. All Might call me and slap Izuku's face till it's red. I blinked out of his trance and stared at the number one hero with stars in his eyes. Izuku, hey All Might, is it really you? I stuttered as the hero just brightens and show his smile. All Might, thank you young man for helping me to apprehend this villain. As he showed me the soda bottle that trapped the villain inside. Izuku, no worries All Might, it's just the right thing to do, while admiring the number one hero. I want to ask his sign, but I left all of my thing back at school. All Might, well then, I should hand this villain to the police. Farewell, young man. He ready to flee the scene. But I want to ask a question. A question that has stuck in the back of his mind in the last 10 years, ever since he was diagnosed as quirkless. Izuku yell, W8, All Might, I want to ask you a question. As All Might just looked at me confused as to what question does the young man want him to answer. This is the moment that I had been waiting for a long time. The answer to my question. I had been holding on to my dream to be the first quirkless hero ever since I was a young boy. I endures all the pain and torture from his sister and friends. I survived the neglect of my parents. I managed to stand tall after being ridiculed for his near-impossible dream, and now he finally has all the answers that I've been looking for. Izuku, can someone without a quirk become a hero? While shaking both of his arms while waiting for the answer from the number one hero himself. The last lifeline of my life. Finally, I can have actual proof that I dream is not imaginary. But the answer that comes from a symbol of peace is not the one that I had expected. All Might, no, you can't. My body had shut down after hearing the number one hero answer. Silent was the only thing that has been heard inside of my mind. No, that one word is more than enough to break all of his confidence that has been barely hanging on in the last 10 years. Izuku, this can't be real, right? He said it himself that anyone could be a hero. Does that only apply to people with a quirk? People that's been abusing their power for personal gain. People like Izumi and her friends. All Might, being a hero without a quirk in this era is impossible. In this era, you need to have a quirk to be a hero. You need to be strong in order to face the evil that's been terrorizing this city. You should try to become a police officer or a doctor perhaps. He said firmly to me without looking at all. He just talked while turning his back to me. Before he left, he decided to leave one more thing. All Might, it's okay to have a dream. Just make sure to be realistic. As soon as he said that, All Might leave me while squatting before taking off. The gust of wind is strong enough to make people fall to their back, but I'm just standing there with New York head just facing down, and I decided to cry. That is it. The answer that I have been looking for, but not the one that I expected to hear from. Now has all the proof in the world that no matter what, quirkless people can't be a hero. I can't be a hero, that a Deku can't be a hero. Eventually, after calming down, I decided to head back home while my mind was still pondering the revelation that just happened in the last hour. My idol, All Might, is rejecting my dream, just like the rest of this society. No one believes in my dream anymore. Izuku, maybe I should just take Kaken's advice. He's right all along. If All Might himself said, I can't be a hero, then he's right. Izuku about to do it, but he won't because he need to see them. He need to see her. Nighttime. Izuku was about to arrive at his home when suddenly All Might came down just a few blocks away from Izuku. As he saw All Might be near, Izuku just came and rushed to look for All Might. Izuku. Maybe he decided to take back his word, right? Maybe he realized that I could be a hero too. When he heard All Might voices, he wanted to come rushing to him, when suddenly his foot stopped when he heard Izumi and her friends' voices near All Might. Curious as to why All Might wants to see her sister, Izuku just decided to stay quiet and listen to the conversation. All Might. Young Izumi, I had come with an offer for you. All Might declared loudly to Izumi as she just stood there with stars in her eyes because his idol was standing in front of him. Izumi. All Might, it's really you, but wait. How do you know my name and what offer are you talking about? Izumi asked while she still admired the number one that was standing in front of him. All Might. The answer for that is simple, actually. All Might said as he just suddenly poof. He turned into a cloud of smoke, and all of them are waiting for the smoke to clear, including Izuku that stands behind them. They all watched as the smoke started to clear, and they no longer saw All Might standing in front of them, but a small man with a skeleton figure and blonde hair. And his face is familiar to all of them. That's because the man standing in front of them is Izumi and Izuku's father, Toshinori Yagi. Izumi, Shoto, Katsumi, Ochaco, and Ida. Dad/Mr. Yagi. Toshi. Yes, it's me, Izumi. And right now, I have an offer for you. Izumi, I would like for you to be my successor. Izuku was shaking as he just heard his father's words. Every word that he spoke is like a punch to the gut, but it's nothing compared to what All Might's next line is. Toshi, I have deemed you worthy to inherit my quirk. When All Might said those words, everything stopped just for a moment. Izuku's body has shut down at this revelation. What's he talking about? A quirk can't be passed down? This has to be some sick joke, right? There's no way that. His father had a quirk that can be passed down, and even if he did, why did his father choose Izumi instead of Izuku? Izumi was confused, but then his father is starting to explain the story of One for All and his history with the villain known as All for One, his secret identity as All Might, and his partner Viridian Storm is also known as Inko Yagi, and how Izumi parents are the number 1 and number 16 hero. Then Toshinori starts to explain that One for All is a stockpiling quirk that can be passed down from one generation to the next, and its purpose is to defeat the villain known as All for One that has the ability to steal quirk from others, and the purposes of One for All is to defeat All for One, and this mission has been going on for almost 200 years, and making Izumi is the 9th generation of One for All user. Toshi, so what do you say, Izumi? Have you decided to take this offer and the responsibility to continue this noble mission that my MSTR has entrusted to me? Izumi, wait, what about Izuku? Why didn't you choose him instead? Toshi, to be honest, the thought crossed my mind, but I'm starting to think that he doesn't have the drive and the determination to wield this quirk. He doesn't train at all and just sleeps in his room the entire time. And I think that he doesn't have the heart to be a hero. Izuku was downright pissed at the words that came out of his father's mouth. He'd taken a step back and just left the scene without wanting to hear whatever bullshit that comes out of his father's mouth and start to run away. The rain started pouring down on Yuzuta night and Izuku, crying while running and running with no destination. Izuku, how dare he thinks that I didn't have what it takes to be a hero? How is he able to think that I just staying in my room for the last 10 years? When I'm busy tending my wound that my sister and her friends gave me? Who is he to say that I don't have the heart or the drive to be a hero? It's always Izumi's needs and wants, right? As long as she's the pride and glory of their family, nothing matters, right? Not even her quirkless brother. And how is Izumi even a hero material? She's the definition of a villain in Izuku's mind. For all 10 years of holding, for all abusing and forgotten, Izuku can't take it anymore. He want to run away. He want to disappear. He want to die. Izuku stopped running because of his wounds, and all his body screamed to stop. He lay down beside a lamp on road while resting a bit, and he look around and see he in bridge with not many people or car here. He look up to sky, while eyes close a minute, and try to remember any good time, but nothing come to mind expect one. He happy he found her, but she was transferred to another school 5 years ago. Izuku really happy when she found him. Where every school Izuku go, all his old friends always spread news about him being a quirkless, so he always get bullied, but not in that school. 10 friends stand up for him. 10 friends always there for him, but 2 particle girl always near for him. Whenever Izuku get lonely, scared, or hurt, they always there for him. Those only time he really missed them, but now is just a memory. Is all memory of the past. Izuku eyes open and see is still raining. Izuku then get up and see he in really high bridge. Izuku get on himself to the ray and look toward the city, see a light. Izuku smile. I'm sorry, I can't be with any more V. Oh, AK? Take a step toward the bridge and fall down toward the darkness and cold water. The water take his body down toward the deep darkness where no one can find. Stop music. Somewhere underground. Get up, walk. Come on, guys, look like our time has come. Yes, meet. Calm down, doll. You will wake up other. Yeah, and we don't want anything to know about our little plan. Doll. Huh. Like they will know or hear us. And even if they did, I will personal deal them myself, or would you like to do sinner, nightmare? Sinner. Oh, please like I kill a easy prey. Nightmare. I also denied. Because I only like fresh. Doll. You saying I'm not. Sinner and nightmare about to argue back. Shut the F down, or I will make you. Three of them shut up and look, as sorry guilt. Guilt sigh and look, Sir Lucifer. You also say something to them. Lucifer. Nope, is too much fun to watch. Open a door and walk toward it with others beside. Sit on a chair, it's this what we always do. Guilt sigh, right, stand beside right. Doll. He new TOY, float upright. Sinner. Not toy doll, float up left. Nightmare. Duh, stand beside left. Then a circle appear in front of them, and a boy appear. Where am I? Lucifer. Hello. Izuku Midoriya. Izuku, look to them, welcome to hell. In void. Izuku, hell? Look around and look back. I don't think so, because this is no hell. Gesture the room of dark. Lucifer and others laugh, making spook to Izuku a little. Lucifer. You right, this is not a hell but a void. Izuku void? Lucifer nod. Is mean nothing. Izuku. Oh. Then what you a nine-tailed fox, looking at the tail. Lucifer chuckle. You not wrong. I'm nine-tailed fox, also something else anyway, that not why I'm here. Look to Izuku. I'm here for you. Izuku. Then are you a death? Lucifer. Nope, but you're a lot calmer than I expect. Izuku. Maybe because of the way you talk, or how you looks. Lucifer chuckle. Good point. Then I will make it short, Izuku Midoriya. Point to Izuku. You reborn again as a ghost rider. Izuku. HUH. What do you mean reborn, and what it's a ghost rider, but more importantly, how it's Sispecialishigadurshidavil Keep on mumble. Lucifer and others. Man, he really into it. Izuku mumble snap out by Nightmare, touch his shoulder. Izuku look to Nightmare. Nightmare. Young man, you mumbling. Izuku. Oh. Look to Lucifer. I am sorry is my habit since. Look down and remember sad time. Lucifer. Since 8 years old. Izuku look up surprise. Don't be surprised. We watch you when you become quirkless. Izuku surprise more. Are you a god? Lucifer and others start to laugh hard, making the room laugh. Hear a voice of sinister laugh all the way. Izuku freak out. After a minute of laugh. Doll good one kid. We didn't laugh in years like that. Sinner. And it was a good laugh. Guilt and Nightmare nod. Izuku. TTE checks, but who are you for? Lucifer. Well, let's introduce. I'm Lucifer Dawn. 3 blacktail with purple and cover eyes. Doll. Hello, I'm Doll. Blue dark hair girl. Sinner. I'm Sinner. Bunny ear with music head. Guilt. I'm Guilt Pink, nine-tail fox. Nightmare. I'm Nightmare bunny ear and military hat. Izuku. Lucifer. As a fallen angle. Lucifer. You got that right, and for the record I'm also half nine-tail because of percent hashtag at $. Izuku confused. Can you say that again? Lucifer. Sorry kid. Even if I say it again you won't understand. Izuku confused nod. Anyway about the Ghost Rider power. Izuku nod. Also can you explain why are you giving me this? Lucifer smirk. Simple. Point to up. I want you to send them down here. Point it down. Izuku. You mean the people. Lucifer nod. Yes, bring them down to hell like your family and friends. So my little friends here can enjoy them. Izuku looked to other who giving him sinister smile. Izuku shiver and look back. Izuku. Even the good people. Lucifer nod, then I won't do it. I won't help you even if I have to stay in hell instead. Lucifer smirk. Look like I didn't choose wrong. Izuku confused. Don't worry kid, the one I want you to send down to hell is sinner and demons. Izuku. Sinner and demons? Lucifer nod. Sinner like Tosh, Inko, and Izumi. See Izuku in rage and smile even more, and demons will they find a loophole when we asleep, so they're in your world now. Izuku. HUH. You mean the real demon. Lucifer nod. I want you to send them down here along with the rest of the sinner. Izuku about a little more, after I finish the task. Will you take back my powers? Lucifer, that's up to you. Izuku, what do you mean? Lucifer, I mean you can keep the powers or give back to me when you don't want it. Izuku, surprise. Can I ask you 2 or 3 questions? Lucifer, nod. First, why did you give me instead of other? 2, why do you need my help with it? Lucifer, and 3, Izuku, I will ask you when you answer that 2 question first. Lucifer, shrug. Oka, first, I give you because you are very much like him. Izuku, confused. Second, I don't want to go to your world because if I did, those demon will very much hide from me, and I hate it very much. So I be sending you instead of others demon that work for me. Izuku, oh Oka, but first answer who is him? Lucifer, is that your question for third? Izuku, shake head, then I don't have to answer. Look away. Izuku, grumps, sigh. Fine, it's. Lucifer, smirk, very well. Snap finger, and the room changed to earth and space. Izuku, whoa, is that Earth? Lucifer, yup, and here he come. Look to sky with Izuku, and see a man with big white wings and sword. Izuku, is that a angel? Lucifer, yes, it's that a angel of justice. Izuku, surprise, and you know how justice angel do keep safe, protect, blah blah blah, and so on. Izuku, laugh, nervous. And when I say you are like him, because you are. Izuku, look, Lucifer, you like an angel, always telling yourself. Your parents will notice you again. Your sister will never hurt you again, or so on. Man, human are really full of foolish, then again you are kid, so I don't bomb. Izuku, look down while clenches fist. Anyway, you are like him, be casual, snap finger. Izuku, look up, and see angel start to descend to earth. Lucifer, he started to go to earth because he thinks people are needed him, but smile evil, he is so wrong. Izuku, look back and see a glitch of Satan himself, and turn back, quickly look to show he was trick. Show people's trick him, capture, people are finding him, brought to hell, people do all kind of things to him, corrupted, people start to treat him all kind of violence and torture that make him insane. Start to lose his feather. Izuku, shiver. Are those people even really people? Lucifer, smirk. No, they aren't. Snap finger, and it show all people are demon from hell. Izuku, shock. Yeah, demon are everywhere that time, and he's the one who was tricked by them. Izuku, then what happened to him after that? Lucifer, snap more, and it show angel turn into a skull flame in hell. Lucifer, he turn in a Sprit of Vengeance. Izuku, is that what happened? Lucifer, nod and snap, and it turned back to normal void. Lucifer, and that how a story end. So, what will it be? Izuku, Midoriya. Izuku thinks about a little, and look to Lucifer. I accept, my lord. Bow a little. Lucifer, smile evil. Excellent. Snap finger, and it turn into battle room. Then let's train you a little bit before I send it back to you. Izuku, nod, and start a train in void. Back to Mizuta for nighttime. Izumi, happy she got it chosen, but then she remember Izuku. Wait, dad. Let's forgot about that and help us find Izuku. Toshi, oh, what did he do now? Izumi, he is. Look down, not wanting to tell her father about it, but someone beat her to it. Katsumi, he been missing Uncle Toshi. He not home, or any other where we hang out with. Toshi, that's strange. I see him back when... Stop himself by remembering what he said to Izuku without a though of himself. Ida, where did you see sir? Toshi, in near a tunnel. Everyone about to go there, but Toshi stopped them, tell them he will go and look for him and tell Izumi and their friends to go at home and wait at their house. Toshi then buff to All Might and jump away. Izumi then lead them in a house, and their friends call their parents at phone, saying they be staying at Ani Inko house for today. After a minute later, everyone in the living room waiting for All Might to show up with Izuku. Izumi and her friends start to think all the things that they doing, and what they doing is even call a hero. No, they can't, because all they doing now is villain, not hero. Everyone started to regret it about what they did, and they all thinks the first things they do is we say sorry for him. And if Izuku didn't accept it, then they never attend you to school and live as a normal people. While some friends think and some don't. While they thinking, the front door was open and All Might come in as a skinny man with head down and soaked wet. Inko and Izumi run up to Toshi and ask while Izumi get a towel and give her father. Inko, Toshi, Where is he? Where is our Izu? In tear. Inko started only know when Izumi and her friends tell her all about it, even the bully part. First, Inko really mad and even slap Izumi cheek, and Izumi accept without argue back. Inko want to call other parents too, but then she also remember that she is also the one to blame too, because she did not even know when one of the time with Izuku, or better yet, after Izuku become quirkless. So she then told her children to call their parents, and she walk away looking for an album and room of Izuku. Now, she here waiting for his son to come home with his father. Toshi, I am sorry, love. I look everywhere, and not even a single hair that I found him. Look down a floor with Izumi and her friends. Inko, Toshi, can you ask your police friend to look for a missing child? Toshi look up Inko. What? If we do that, we will. Cut off by Inko. Inko yell in anger. Toshinori Yagi. Toshi tense up. If you still thinking about hiding with that pathetic excuse about your old enemy friends finding you then. Look to Toshi with murder eyes with so much BLD in it. Everyone in the room scared of Inko and surprised to see this side of Inko. You got another thing coming at you, Toshi. Toshi, who scared, nod very fast and run up to Inko and Toshi room and find a cell phone and call his police friend. After an hour, his police friend Naomasa arrive and sitting in sofa with Yagi and Izumi friends Tsukachi sitting in a chair opposite to them with a look of shock and disgust. They had expected this. He has every right to be upset with them. Neglecting Izuku for 9 years because he was quirkless, especially since Toshinori himself was quirkless. It's hard to swallow. Naomasa was stunned silenced. He was hoping, no praying that this was all just some sick joke, but his quirk told no lies. The man that he had once thought of as a friend had neglected his own son. To make it worse, it was something as hypocritical as him being quirkless. Naomasa remembers the day when they were birthed. He came to visit his friend for support, and he had never seen him so happy. Toshinori had made a vow that no matter what, he would love his children and be a better father than what his parents had been to him. What a load of SHD that ended up being. Naomasa had forgotten that Toshinori had a son. That's how bad his neglect Taion got. He could only think of one thing to say. Nana would hit you so hard right now, Naomasa stated. Toshinori stiffened at his words, but nodded his head. Yeah, she would. Naomasa sighed and held his head. Getting mad at him now wouldn't help the situation. It's obvious he's beating himself up enough. But right now he has to make sure that this is just a missing child case, not a runaway. Seeing as how Inko and Toshinori haven't as so much looked at their son in the past 9 years, they won't be any help. So Naomasa turned his eyes to Izumi. Naomasa sent the girl a soft glare. Immediately she tensed and looked away. She knew something. Izumi, Naomasa stated, getting her to look at him again. Her parents gave her a worried glance. Izumi gulped as he narrowed her eyes at her. Izumi, seeing as you probably know him the best, I'm going to ask you a few questions, Naomasa said seriously. Izumi shakily nodded her head. Naomasa took note of the tremor in her fingers, the terrified expression she wore, and how she couldn't meet his eyes. She knew something or did something bad. Looking at the situation, probably both. Her mother reached over and held her hands. She gave her a sympathetic smile before turning back to the detective. What was your brother like? He asked. Izumi looked away, but smiled sadly. He was the kindest person you'd meet. He has a love for both heroes and quirks. He even carries notebooks on them and analyses them, both strengths and weaknesses. He had an appealing and kind heart who would put himself in front of others without question if they were getting hurt at school. He's shy and not very social, but caring nonetheless, she smiled. Naomasa raised an eyebrow at her. His quirk didn't activate, so Izumi was telling the truth, which made Naomasa angrier that they were neglecting a kind-hearted kid like that. But even though she had said all of those things, her actions before didn't represent the same emotions she was showing now. Izumi, would you say that you were friends with your brother? Naomasa asked, and looked at others who, looking down, Naomasa looked back to Izumi, narrowing his eyes at her. The girl flinched, and her nervous behavior came back again. Why, yes, she responded. Naomasa slumped his shoulders and looked unimpressed at the girl. She glowed red. telling Naomasa that she had lied. Izumi, I have a lie detector quirk, and I can tell that you lied. Please tell me your exact relationship with your brother, Naomasa said sternly, glaring at the girl. Toshinori and Inko gasped before turning to Izumi. She was shaking, and now she looked on the verge of tears. Izumi looks down, full of shame. I bully him, she stutters, a single tear dropping onto the floor. Naomasa scoffs, quietly that they don't hear it, and roll his eyes. He wants to be a hero. He always has been, and when he was diagnosed quirkless. That determination didn't change. I was scared that he would die. Hero work is dangerous, even with a quirk. Not having one is just suicide. So, I'm my friends and I made a plan. If we bully him into giving up, he'd give up on being a hero. But he never did and still hasn't. Izumi sobbed. WEH hit him. Hiccup H hurt hi I'm with our quirks. I'm so sorry, she sobbed. Naomasa looked at her in anger and bewildered at what she just said. She and her friends bullied him for 9 years because he wanted to be a hero. Naomasa has heard a lot of outrageous reasoning, whether it be from conspiracy or stupidity. But this is ludicrous. So let me get this straight. Instead of talking to him like a normal person, you and your friends decided to bully him every day for simply wanting to be a hero without a quirk. Naomasa asked. His voice still sounded professional, but there was a lot of anger in it that the 3 Yagis could identify. Izumi lowered her head and nodded. Naomasa sighed and gripped the bridge of his nose. He felt like a school teacher trying to teach a second grader how subtraction works. Naomasa looked at the girl who was still sobbing and clutching her knees to her chest. Does Izuku have any friends? Naomasa asked. Izumi shook her head and cried harder. She does not remember about the other 10 friends who were with them 2 years ago. We were his only friends. But when we started bullying him, the other kids joined in. They would call him Deku like we do and often joined in to hit him. No one wanted to be friends with him and risk of us hurting them as well, she cried. Naomasa huffed and shook his head, doing the best he can to hold his anger. Naomasa then looked over to Toshinori, who looked destroyed. He understands, but Naomasa wasn't about to comfort him. He deserves every feeling that he currently has. Toshinori caught Naomasa's gaze and met it. Naomasa then gestured to Izumi and had a silent conversation with the man. Toshinori's eyes widened before looking down in shame. He nodded his head. Naomasa sighs and shakes his head disappointedly. So Toshi, please tell me why Izumi knows about One for All and why Izuku probably doesn't, despite him being a much better candidate from what I've heard. Naomasa asked with a tired tone, completely over everything he's heard today. He needs a holiday after all of this is done. I only told Izumi today. I offered her my quirk, but she said Izuku was missing today, so I look for him after I call you. Toshinori said sadly. Naomasa glares at the man. If Izumi had said yes, would you have told Izuku about you being All Might? Naomasa says angrily. His professionalism slips. Toshinori doesn't meet Naomasa's heated stare. I don't think I would have even thought about it, Toshinori admits. Naomasa sneers at this, his quirk telling him that he told the truth. Naomasa stood up abruptly, shocking the 3 Yagis. He stares at the 3 with an unimpressed look. Before we discuss the punishment for you 3 and your friends Izumi, I would like to see Izuku's room, he said. His tone left no room for argument. Not like any of them would anyway. Inko nodded her head and stood up. She led the detective down the hall before gesturing to the door. Naomasa didn't even look at her before opening it. Immediately upon entering it, Naomasa is overwhelmed by the smell. It was overbearing with disinfectant, bleach, and medicine. It fills the entire room. Naomasa coughs and covers his nose with his arm. The 3 Yagis look horrified while Naomasa enters, ignoring the fact that Izuku has 3 clothes hanging at the top, with one of them being a uniform that looks badly burned. At the bottom of the closet was 3 shorts, with one of them being burned. But what Naomasa was more focused about was the bleach, disinfectant, burn cream, gauge tape, and several other medical supplies sitting next to the shorts. Naomasa frowned as he spotted something else hidden at the back. He reached forward and grabbed it and pulled it back out. It was a pill bottle. Naomasa scanned over the label of the bottle. There were pain killers, powerful ones as well. You can only be administered these in a hospital. The Yagis who were still at the door, too afraid to take a step in Izuku's room, gasped when they saw what Naomasa was holding. Is that?" Inko asked shakily. Naomasa sighed and pocketed the pill bottles. "It's pain killers. Powerful pain killers. You can only get these at hospitals, as you can't be prescribed these at a pharmacy. Which means that you Izumi beat Izuku so badly that he had to resort to finding someone with these," Naomasa said, now glaring at Izumi. "Or these were the only ones he could find." "You better hope it is the latter," he said menacingly. Izumi gulped and looked away. Naomasa closed the closet door. He then spotted something tucked away to the side of it. Naomasa raised an eyebrow and leaned over to see what it was. Naomasa paled. Slowly he bent down and grabbed the item. He looked back at the family with rage as he showed them what he was holding. He was holding a small office rubbish bin. The contents in it smelled vile, as they were bloody bandages. A lot of them. They were almost all a deep crimson, and the worst part is that they don't look that old. It's highly likely that there has been several more bloody bandages. The Yagis all become deeply disturbed and horrified at what they were looking at. The amount of BLD here can equal a normal murder scene. By the looks of it, they look recent, so there have been loads of these bloody bandages. Naomasa yelled angrily. The Yagis all jumped back by his voice. He looked furious. "Izumi, tell your friends that I want them to call their family and bring them over here," Naomasa demanded. Izumi nod fast and run back to living room and tell their friends to call their family. "Now I have to call Nizu and have him deal with you," Naomasa said angrily. Naomasa then stormed off and grabbing his phone. He dialed the sadistic rat. Probably the first time in his life was he actually happy to see Nizu. He was about to press the green call button when Toshinori suddenly spoke. "Wait, what are we going to do about Izuku?" Toshinori asked. Naomasa turned to him with an unreadable expression. "We'll put up a missing child's case. You'll have to talk about this with Torino and Recovery Girl, because you can't hide this. His quirk won't be mentioned, as there will bias because of his quirklessness status. I will do everything in my power to find him, but whether if he wants to come back home to you three is up to him," Naomasa said before turning away and called Nizu. Naomasa sighs as the phone hangs up. Nizu was on his way with Recovery Girl and Gran Torino to annihilate the Yagis and Izumi's friends. He never thought he would actually be excited to see something like this. After a minute, they all arrive. Naomasa tell them everything about it. "You did what to Izuku?" Mitsuki yelled. Masaru held her back as she tried storming her way to Inko. Recovery Girl and Torino were furious at Toshinori and both hitting him. They wanted to yell at him more for being a hypocrite, but couldn't say as there are others in the room. Nizu had gotten the kids all to sit down on the couch with Enji, a.k.a. Endeavor, and Ida Tensei, a.k.a. Ingenium, right next to each other. Izumi, Katsumi, Ochaco, Shoto, Tenya, and Katsuki were all looking down. 3 of them were crying, and all of them were looking shameful. Enji and Tensei was staring down the 6 kids, a look that held fury and disappointment. Nizu had a smile on his face as he sipped his tea, seemingly happy at the teens' misery. He chuckled. Nizu held one of Izuku's future hero analyses books. He was reading through it with an impressed look. He had requested to see any of Izuku's belongings, and Naomasa had only returned with medical supplies, bleach, and a stack of future analyses book. This had enraged the already angry adults of how little Izuku had. "Looking at these books, he seemed to really look up to you 6, Nizu said with a sadistic smile. Katsuki growled and looked at the chimera. "Yeah, we get we F up, rat. So, can you please stop rubbing it in our faces?" Katsuki said angrily. "Shut up, rat. You should be bloody blacklisted from hero schools." Mitsuki yelled angrily. She had tears streaming down her face as she cried into husband's shoulder. "That may be the right decision. However, you also have to consider the environment. These 6, although made the decision to hurt Izuku, they were never stopped or punished. They had done it in front of teachers and school staff, and they all looked the other way. If they had done their jobs, Izuku wouldn't have suffered quirk discrimination, which means Aldera will suffer consequences. But you five aren't off the hook, Nizu stated, glaring threateningly at the 16s as he said the last sentence. They all gulped and looked at Nizu dreadfully. Nizu chuckled at their faces. You'll be blacklisted from every hero school other than mine, UA. So if you get expelled, that's it. I have no doubts that you kids will pass the entrance exam, but one mishaps of bullying another kid, and it will be an immediate expulsion. The first-year teacher also likes expelling students. In fact, he expelled his entire first-year class on the first day. Nizu smiled menacingly. This made all five gulp. So you better do your best. To help you, all 6 of you will attend therapy, and if you end up graduating, the first 3 years of your career, you'll experience half pay, Nizu said. Do I make myself clear? Nizu asked in a menacing voice, one that does not match his small and cute appearance. The entire room froze at it, and all looked scared at Nizu. The 6 kids all looked pale and nodded their heads. Nizu laughed and turned away from them. Mitsuki shook herself out of her fright and stood up. What about these 2? They have no excuse. Mitsuki shouted, angrily pointing at Toshinori and Inko. Nizu sighed and stopped smiling, looking at the 2 with no emotion on his face. Unfortunately, there isn't much we can do but subtract their pay grade, Nizu said. This infuriated Mitsuki. No, she's not the problem in this situation, Nizu responded. Mitsuki's eyes widened. She looked over and looked at Toshinori. He laughed nervously and looked down. He then yelped as a syringe cane whacked him on the head. Yeah, this idiot is the #1 hero, Gran Torino said, glaring at him. Again, the same 4 teens gasped. He was All Might. The #1 hero neglected their own son. They were all stunned. Mitsuki had wide eyes as she stared at Toshinori. As soon as she processed the information of him being All Might, she quickly saw all red. Her face contorted into rage. #1 hero MY, but, she shouted as she ran up Toshinori. The man froze. Masaru quickly came up to help, but struggling to keep her back. Now that is finished, I suggest you all have a good night rest. Nizu hypocrite while get up from sofa and walk to door. Before he gone, Toshi call him. Toshi, wait, what about Izuku? Nizu talk with looking back. Nizu, I will ask one my underground friends and others heroes to look for him, and if we found dead Toshi, look back with BLD thirsty eyes making the room shiver. I will make you regret even born as a human. Toshi nod fast, and Nizu walk away without saying anything. Others also go back with saying goodbye to Inko, or Toshi expect one Rei, and Mitsuki looked at Inko. Rei, I couldn't believe you, Inko. Mitsuki, how could you do that to your son? Rei, I know that he was a kind kid just like his father, but you and your family just toss him aside like trash. Rei and Mitsuki, Hisashi would be ashamed of you right now. When those words left their mouth, Inko is starting to remember his late husband that was caught in an accident in hero work and died. He's right. His late husband would be ashamed of what she turns out to be right now. So she once again broke down in tears while muttering sorry over and over again while leaving her in there alone. 10 months later, Neo-sama, Nizu, and others heroes start to give up because no matter how hard they find, they can't find it even his body or even a witness people's. They all started to give up on Izuku except for Izumi, Shota, Gran Torino, and Neo-sama. Izumi looked every core of him, even making a wallboard plan in her room. Her parents asked her to stop, but she didn't bother listen to them, and start making she also requests Nizu to not to add her into U.A, but Nizu is absolute say no. So, she and U.A along with her friends bully. Izumi also has one for all because of her stubborn father. Ochaco and Tenya also start to change after that villain redemption program along with Izumi. Katsumi also change, but not all good yet because of her ego. Shoto and Katsuki is far from redemption. Inko give up her job as a hero and start to work at hospital. Now they are in UA. First they start out not good because of 10 people who knows them. But after a while they started to forgive Ochaco, Izumi, and Tenya, but not 4 people who still not forgive them even long as they die. Now they're in USJ, Villain Attack, and All Might and Noma start a fight, but All Might is losing. All Might, SHD hold his old wound. If I don't finish now, that things will go after other. Look back and see Izumi, Shoto, and Katsuki on the ground tired and hurt. Shig. Haha. Look at you, All Might, you not even close to finish my Nomu yet, and you already look tired. Laugh happy, well, let's not wait for you to down. Nomu kill All Might. Nomu screech and run toward All Might. All Might. SHD. Put up in defense and ready to take a hit, but hear a gunshot echo at the USJ. All Might look up to stare hopping it is with Snipe and other UA teachers come in time, but no one there, and he hear glass break from the top of USJ and some dark clothes man come down in front of him and Noma with a gun. Holding this gun. Shig. W who? Who the F are you? Yell at Dark Skullman. Skullman don't say anything, but look to Nomu who is standing still, but not moving. Shig. T-Seach, whatever you are Noma kill him. Noma don't move, Noma what wrong? Cut off by Nomu fall down and bleed from his head. Shigaraki eyes widen and look to Skullman with angry. Why you F glitch NPC? I will kill you, run toward him. Kuro, wait Mr. Tamura. About to stop him, but he far away. Skullman see him coming and fire a bullet at his hands and feet. Tamura yell in pain and trip down. Skullman walk toward him slowly with intention to kill, but Kirojiri make a portal beneath Tamura and teleport away from USJ. Skullman stop walking and see them gone and look back to All Might. All Might, Izumi, Katsuki, and Shoto shocked that monster was die in a single shot. All Might snap out and ready to fight the intrude, but he stop when he feels something point on his head. All Might look up and see Skullman is pointed his gun on All Might head. Izumi, Katsuki, and Shoto eyes widen. All Might in scare voice. W who are you? Skullman in glitch voice. Your judgment from those 10 years ago. All Might confuse Skullman about to pull the trigger, but he jump back away from All Might because of gunshot come to him. All Might and others look back and see it out of staff. Tenya. Everyone I come back with reinforcement. Everyone sigh a relief, but stop by gunshot too. Snipe hat, everyone take cover from Cementos wall, and Snipe looking out for Skullman. Midnight. Snipe, do you see him? Snipe. Yeah, he's behind one of the rock. Vault. I get him about to go. Snipe. Wait VLD. Vault gets shot by a scratch to cheek. Vault surprise and fall back, behind rock. Mike. You Oka Vault. Vault shake up. Why yeah. Yamoka just a scratch, but... Look to Snipe. How did you know he will shoot me? Snipe, see my hat. Vault nod. That shot just a warning shot much also like your scratch too. Nizu. But why would he do that and not take a full shot? Snipe. I don't know, but all I know is he is very good shot, even better than me. Everyone surprised to hear from Snipe. Midnight. But what is he waiting for and what the F is All Might doing? Try to look but shot near midnight. Snipe. Hey kids, does any of you have a mirror or something? Mina. I have one Snipe sensei. Toss a makeup cream. Snipe. Good. Smash the makeup cream and take a sharp glass and take a look down. Snipe. Oka, I see 3 kids and All Might, and from the look of it, All Might got shoot in the leg and shoulder, so he won't be getting up and the kids look tired as hell. Mike, what should we do if we even get one out? Interrupted by some noise from outside of USJ and it coming toward inside. Teachers get ready to fight, but they all surprise when they see it. A motorbike come inside to USJ without a rider. Everyone's so shocked to see, and they all thinking how it's possible, but snap out by motorbike come close to them fast. Snipe start to shoot at bike, but bike dodge the shot, making more surprise for UA and some class 1. Snipe shoot more, and bike dodge Mike scream at the bike, but bike dodge it, and jump upward to sky, and rider down toward the Skullman. Teacher's about to go out, but some shot come to them, making hide back. Midnight. Snipe, what is happening? Snipe look with shrap glass, and see Skullman walking to bike and getting on. Snipe, he running away. About to go out but fall back because of shot near him dim in IT. Look to Cementos. Cementos, use your quirks to make a path for us. Cementos nod and uses quirks at the ground to make more cover for us heroes to go. Back downstairs. Skullman glitch. I see. They using that to come, huh? Fire bullet more to scare them, and pull the lever making the bike make noise, and about to drive, wait. He looked back to see Izumi who get up weakly and look at Skullman with angry. Izumi. You not going anywhere, Villian? Make a fight stance because I'm here. Skullman looked forward. Still the same Izumi Yagi I know. Izumi eyes wide because of last sentence voice is sound like his brother Izumi about to say something, but Skullman rider away while fire more bullet toward hero. Snipe, Midnight, and Ectoplasm run toward All Might and 3 kids. Midnight cover Izumi while Ectoplasm himself and Clone cover All Might and 2 kids. Snipe start to shoot Skullman who riding back toward the USJ gate while dodging. Snipe yell, Mike he coming up there. Nizu, Cementos cover the kids, and Teacher Mike and Power Loader use your quirks. Cementos cover the kids, and some teacher with his earth quirks. Power Loader dig the ground, make a trap, while Mike ready to fire his quirks. When Skullman appear and bike, Mike scream loud toward Skullman hit him making balance, but Skullman fire a bullet at Mike who scratch his cheek, shirt, and leg. Mike stop using a Qrix. Skullman host his pistol fast and pull out a shotgun instead. Mike surprise and see Skullman fire a shotgun at the ground, making Power Loader trap destroyed, and fly up to sky be casual of air pressure from shotgun. The bike land on little farther away from trap and has started a ride toward the gate and free from heroes. Mike jaw drop about what happened and Power Loader head pop out from the ground. Power Loader, that guy's is reckless, but very good. Mike nod. Nizu, Mike, Power Loader, did you get it? Power Loader, no, Nizu, he got away. Nizu F. Everyone up there spook by Nizu bad words because he never used that words. He only say when he really angry. After a minute later, police come and take care of things with some injured kids and teachers who sent to hospital. Hospital bed. Toshi, Izumi is answering everything at Naomesa question along with Nizu. Naomesa, did our new vigilante say anything to you too? Toshi, well, he say to me is your judgment from those 10 years ago. Naomesa confused. What does that even mean? Toshi, beat me. Naomesa and Toshi confused expect for Nizu and Izumi. They both eyes wide surprise until Toshi snap out Izumi. Toshi, Izumi. Izumi looks his father, are you Oka? Izumi, why yes I'm. Toshi, oh great, then did you need anything to say to detective? Izumi looked to Naomesa. Izumi, nope, nothing at all, but did you find him yet? Naomesa sigh. Sorry Izumi, I still haven't found him yet. Izumi looked down. I see Tia checks you, detective. Naomesa. Then I be going. Get up, walk out with Nizu. Toshi looked to Izumi. Izumi, when will you give up? He is no longer with us, you know. Izumi. I don't care, Dad. I will still find him even if he is all bone. Tear up. I still want to apologize for all the things that I did. Toshi. Izumi. Look down. Izumi look outside a window. Izumi. I will find you, brother. Even if I had to face Satan. Outside of Toshi and Izumi room. Nizu and Naomesa listen to their conversation. Nizu smirk and walk away with Naomesa. At hallway. Naomesa. Look like our little troublemaker princess is still guilt about his brother, and from the sound, is look like she's still finding him. Nizu nod. Yes, she is, and from his father look like. Cut off by Naomesa. Naomesa, he give up. Sigh so much for number 1. Nizu nod. What about the other Nizu? How are they doing? Nizu. For starter, Tenya and Ochaco looking good, and Katsumi still have ego, but the other 2 is I don't want to say it. Naomesa. Can you kick them out? Nizu shake head. All Might did some help from the top to let them stay, even they not change. Naomesa growl. That bullshit. Nizu. Tell me about it, but I did ask the top if by Bakugo or Todoroki did something sinful they will out without debt. Naomesa nod. That's settled, but now we have a problem with our new vigilante. Nizu, about that detective. Naomesa look Nizu. When you capture him, don't give him to the HPSC, Hero Public Safety Commission. Naomesa confused. Can I ask the reason? Nizu. Just thinking it must be our missing child, or not sure yet. Naomesa. I see. I will tell you when we capture him. Nizu. THX. Masudafu City Night, tall building 10 p.m. The Skullman looking out the city while listening to radio. Radio. 2802. 2802. Bulgar engage near bank. and on the run, all hero and police after them suspects expect armed and dangerous. Skullman smirk under mask. Time to show the world. Look back and see his bike light on and off and making an engine roar. On Highway Street, police and hero chasing after the bulgar and villain in black caravane. Police driving while hero shooting his wind quirk, while villain and bulgar shooting back with guns and bullet finger. Wind H. In it. This is not making any progress. Look to police, hey, it's back up coming soon. Police, we already announcement it. Doja bullet, they be here in another minute. Wind H. TC's great. I hate this, I was gonna have fun with that girl today, and got called by this. Block a bullet with a wind. I hope you ready, villain, because you're gonna make me famous today. Fire a strong tornado, making a car vein unbalance, but get on track. TCH. Bulgar, boss, we going to run out ammo soon. Villain, what? Already? Look, Bulgar. Bulgar nod. TCH. Can't be helped, let's us. Cut by Bulgar driver yell. Bulgar D, boss. Someone coming behind the police. Villain, what? Look outside and see a bike with a skull mask coming behind from police. Them it more hero. Look to Bulgar D. Drive faster toward the city street. We will make the hero and police a mess. Wind H. H-E-Y. Who the hell is behind US? Police. Don't know, but I don't thinks is a hero. Wind H. Whatever, I will take. The bike passed them and speed up toward the black car vein. SHD. Speed up and catch up 'em. Police. Roger. Speed up the drive. Wind H. Dim minute, he going to steal my show. Bulgar D. Boss. He's right behind us. Villain, don't worry, we. Cut by villain and Bulgar car, tire blow up and crush on the road. Skullman stopped the bike and walked toward near the villain. Villain crawling out of the car vein with Bulgar. Villain, SHD. What happened? Here's someone walking toward him, and he look up and see a Skullman looking down on him with a gun point his head. Villain scare. W, who are you? Skullman in glitch voice. I'm interpreted by wind. Quirk hit Skullman back and almost fall down, but he balance it. Skullman look back and see 3 police officer and 1 wind hero. Wind H. Stop right there, villain. Point to Skullman. Villain and Bulgar, you all under arrest. Villain, SHD, I don't have a way out now. Look around for way out. Police 1. Drop your weapon and come with us quietly. Point gun toward Skullman. Skullman looking at the hero with red eyes. Wind H feels something bloodlust from Skullman, but stay strong on outside. W, who the hell is he, and why am I afraid of him? Skullman move toward the wind hero. Police 2. Stop right there and drop the gun now. Police 3. Or we will shoot you. Wind H ready his quirks, and police officer ready to fire his gun. Skullman keep walking to them without afraid. Wind H. That's IT. Fire him. Fire wind bullet and police fire gun. Skullman hit by all of them quirks and bullet. Skullman fall down back on road. Police 1. Did we get him? Wind H. Of course we did, officer, and good job. Look to Skullman who get back up slowly like a Dante from a Laster sword. Police's hero, villain, and Bulgar eyes wide. Bulgar. W, what the hell? Wind H snap out. Police's get ready. It looks like we have a healing quirks. Police's snap out and ready to fire again, but stop by Skullman laugh like a madman. Everyone there got spooked by his laugh. Wind H yell. WY, are you laughing, villain? Yell, but in still scare. Skullman laugh more and hold his mask, but everyone there see a smoke coming from him. Police in scare voice. Is that a smoke? Skullman remove his mask and laugh more like a crazy man, and everyone there got scare. Police and hero didn't see his face because of his hair. He moved toward the hero and police 1 by 1 and fire like footprint behind him, and his skin start to peel of more, and big fire started to surround him. Everyone got scared and about to run, but a chain shot out from fire toward them and wrap around them like a snake and pull back near toward the fire. Police's hero, villain, and Bulgar struggle, but no avail. The fire started down, and everyone looked forward and see something that will scare them rest of their life forever. In front of them is Ghost Rider, short for GR. Stop the music. GR, ha 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 ha. Everyone there shut up and look at GR with eyes wide. Stop laughing and look at them one by one, and he took out a gun and started changing a fire gun. Everyone, there's still shock until bang, fire a shot toward the villain. Villain scream, and fire started to spread around on him and turn into dust. Police's Bulger and Hero snap out the shock and see villain in dust. Everyone look back to started and asking for gives. Only looked to Hero and started to walk toward him. Wind see him coming toward him. Wait, please forgive, I give you anything. Anything, money, women, and drag, anything. Yell and tear, but stand in front of him and pull toward his face by the collar. Say in rider voice, I don't need anything from you but your soul. Now look into my eyes. Wind look at eyes in fear. Your soul is stained by the BLD of the innocent woman, child, and man. Wind started to fear more. And no, PLS stop. Feel their pain. Wind Inside eyes, he see the woman who he RPE in front of her child and kill them both after. He blame an innocent man into villain and kill him in front of everyone. Woman, child, and man scream at him. Finally, he see the woman, child, man as in skeleton face scream at him. Back in real world, Hero stop yelling and his eyes turn like a blank black eyes. Release him and Wind fall down like a dead people. Police 1 in scare. What did you do to him? Look at police and make him spook. Tell the world that I'm here to bring justice. Turn around and walk toward the bike while release the polices from chain and snap a chain from Bulger, who is still in chain. Touch his bike, and his bike started to change into hell bike. Like this, and fire and two-wheeled. Get on his bike and look back to police 1 and point him. Tell him coming for all for one and one for all. Then lever his bike handle to 3 times and ride toward the city while laughing. Polices and Bulger look leaving at them while see a fire line of bike toward the city. Police 1. This is not good. In a meeting room. Nizu, Naomesa, and some teacher who involved in USJ, they all sitting and talking about the new league villain appear about the other day along with our new friends. Our investigators are trying to learn everything about this so-called League of Villains. We made some progress, but we can't find anything about this Shigaraki so far. We search our record for men in their 20 or 30 who were registered for have some sort of disintegration type quirk, but so far we've come up empty. Same for the warp villain Kirojiri, so they're not citizens, or they're using alias, hard to find either way. Tsukachi explained. Vault, so what you're saying is that we don't know anything. We gotta track them down. Our friend Vigilante shot their ringleader, but once he heals up, he'll probably try pulling something like this again. What a pain. Snipe claimed. Fortunately for us, we know his personality checks to All Might, and the villain Nomu that on the floor, thanks to our friend Vigilante. Tsukachi said. Really, what did he tell you? Midnight asked. Well, he described Shigaraki as a man-child. He say the attack on the USJ was too bold, no sane adult would ever attempt it. And while he was fighting off the Nomu trying to save Aizawa, Shigaraki kept talking on and on about the reason he was there, and he bragged about how powerful Nomu was with his mini quirks like some kid who just got a new toy from his father. Not to mention, he didn't talk about his own quirk, just the Nomu, and right after Vigilante defeat the Nomu, he was really upset, and he looks like he was going to start throwing tantrum and complain like an upset child. Tsukachi explained, I see well it is a good idea to keep your own quirk a secret, but it was a foolish idea to talk about other quirk and exposing your main plan. Nizu said as Tsukachi nodded. A child with incredible power, though. Vlad claimed. It's possible he didn't get the quirk counseling students get in elementary school. Midnight exclaimed. Yes, now about this Nomu, all might say that this creature is some kind of an artificial human with 4 quirks. Tsukachi said, which caused the pros heroes shocked. For that's impossible. Snipe said while being shocked that the Nomu has 4 quirks. Yes, I agree, but we're talking about a man-made human, so it could be possible. Nizu said, yes, and the quirks are shock absorption, super regeneration, immense speed, and super strength. Tsukachi explained, Vlad, that is so unreal. And on the other hand, that was 72 villains arrested in the aftermath of the USJ attack. They were all small-time thugs who usually lurked around back alleys. What worries me is that this man-child got them to follow his crazy plan, and viewed as a real leader, criminals are starting to feel more pressure now that the world is brimming with heroes. That could be why they were so quick to bag such a simple-minded villainy. Sukachi finished. I guess that makes sense. Vlad Kings agreed. There's many people out there looking for a cause to get behind. Snipe stated. So what can we do to stop them? Midnight asked. Well, it is thanks to you heroes that we have the time to devote ourselves. To this case, we'll expand our investigation and continue searching for the perpetrators who planned this attack. Sukachi concluded. A man-child, huh? In some ways, he shares common ground with our students. They both have so much potential. Unlike our students, I guess it's possible someone is guiding him, trying to nurture his malicine villainy. Nizu. Midnight. If it's then we have a serious trouble here. Sakaki. Also about the vigilante. Everyone look at him. After the USJ, he was seen at night by one of our police, and he killed hero and villain here and there. Snipe. Wait. He also after the hero. Sukiyaki nod. Yes, and the strange things is, press a remote and pictures show on the wall. Everyone look at the wall and see wind hero, and some hero eyes are black with lava in it. Midnight. What happened to them? Sukiyaki. For all we know, they've been dead. Vault? How is that possible? Snipe. Aren't they been in a coma? Sukiyasaki shake head. No, they've been dead, and all doctor in the world try everything. They say that body has no heartbeat, and also their eyes can't close it. Nizu. Did they also check autopsy? Sukiyasaki. Yes, they did, and shiver. Everyone in the room see his shiver. Midnight. What wrong? Vault. Are you cold? Sukiyasaki. No, but I will drink something hot after this. Say anyway they find this. Press a bottom, and pictures change into another one. Everyone in the room shiver what they see. Inside the human, all of the organ and heartburn gone. Midnight. Snipe. Vault might want to throw up, but held it down. Nizu. Look like these are not your normal quirks after all. Sukiyasaki nod. Yes, and if it's a quirk, he is so much danger than League villain. Everyone nod. Also, we have a security cream caught what he looked like. Everyone look at the new pictures and see him Ghost Rider form. Midnight. Is that even a quirks? Mike. I don't think so. I mean, come on, his head in flame, and I doubt our hero Endeavor can even do much like that. Nizu. I agree. Everyone look at Nizu. I doubt that is a quirks, but to be sure, we will catch him with Shota and other hero and detective. Looked at Sukiyasaki. Bring me the file of those hero and villain. Suki. Can I ask why? Nizu. I doubt he target those hero without a reason. Vault. You mean you like a stain? Nizu shake head. I don't know, but for precaution. At Momo house, in someone room. She wearing a dress while looking at the mirror which clothes is the best. After a minute she like this one. Good. Now I need to cut it by someone behind her. And where do you think you're going, Kyo? Kyuka look back and see her best friend. And Momo. Hey, how are you doing? And I'm not doing anything, just wearing a dress, which is look good. Momo sigh. You know, you are a terrible liar when you go to that place. Kyuka sigh. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Momo, when are you going to stop going to that place? I mean, come on, you can sing in our studio, or the hall, you know. Kyuka. I know, but you never feel how it's so much different than singing alone where no one heard but singing in the crowd. Momo. I know, but you can sing somewhere in the plaza, you know. Kyuka. I can, but stop my music whenever there is a villain. Momo sigh. I can't stop you, huh? Kyuka. Yup. Momo. And now I know you going, you gonna ask a favor and keep my mouth shut up for my parents, right? Kyuka. Right again, but your parents is away, so... Momo. Yeah, I know. Come on, I drop you off. Kyuka. THX Momo. Hug her, you the best. Momo chuckle. The second best, I thinks. Jiro chuckle. In for a nightclub bar. Driver. Here we are, my lady. Momo. THX Jim. Please keep this secret from my parents, Oka. Driver Jim. Of course, my lady, and don't worry, all the housemaid and butler know it. Momo. EHHH. How do they know? Jim chuckle. You are too pure and forward, my lady, like he say. Momo ya. Kyuka. Momo come on. Near the door. Momo coming. Jim. Have fun, my lady, I be here if you need me. Momo, THX Jim see ya. Run toward Jiro. While Jim park near the nightclub. Security checking the people until he see Jiro and his friends. Kyuka, hey Tommy, how are you doing? Tommy have big muscle, 6 foot feet, brown hair and eyes. Security guy, Tommy, sigh. I'll be good if you don't come back here so much often. Kyuka, hee hee. Oh, and this is my friend's Momo. Tommy look at Momo. Nice to see you, lady. I hope you and Jiro don't make any trouble. Kyuka pout. Hey, I'm not the one who started. Tommy, yeah. You go and they waiting for you. Kyuka, THX, let's go Momo. Momo, THX you. Go in with Kyuka. For the record, I'm making a mature story, so they're 18 here. Inside nightclub bar. Jiro, welcome Momo to the neon nightclub. Jiro, cool right. Momo nod. Momo and look around. She see a boy and girl dance, drink, and K-kiss. Momo face red and look away. Jiro see her face and laugh. Jiro, come on Momo, there's one place you will be safe from here. Pull Momo to bar. Jiro come close to bar and see Uncle Jack. Jiro, Uncle Jack. Jack turn around and see Jiro. Jack have white hair, 5'7" feet with sliver eyes. He wear bartender clothes. Jack, yo Gigi, how are you doing? Jiro, good and yours. Jack show a people. Jiro chuckle. Oh, by the way, this is Momo. She a friend of mine and him. Jack whistle. DM he finds so many hot girl. Jiro, yeah he is, look down. Jack see Jiro sad. Hey, why don't you go and sing first, after that we have to talk something. Jiro, oh, is Uncle Jack hitting a young girl? Jack snort. Us if I did my wife will definitely kill me. Jiro laugh. I know. Then look after my friends. Jack, of course, don't worry and go play. Jiro, I will. Look to Momo, I be back Oka. Momo, no worry, have fun. Jiro nod and go to stage. Jack, she still can't forgot him. Momo, yes she is. Jack, did you also miss him? Momo nod. We all are, but some are accepting it, but not forgetting. Jack, good to know, but hey, maybe he show himself here. Momo giggle. Like that happened. Look to Jack, but how did you know Izuku and Jiro? Jack smirk. I meet them both in the park where they sing and practice. Momo, oh, that place. Jack laugh. Yeah, first I didn't care much about it, because they kid, but after a while of listening they become like duo bird. Chuckle, those were good time. Momo, yeah, look down. Jack, anyway here, give a BLD. Mary is on the house. Momo, T checks. On stage. Host, hey HEY. Everyone, are you having a great party? Audience cheer. Host, that what I want to hear, and now our rock star Violet is come back to give us more song to celebrate. Audience cheer more and whistle. Let's give it up for Rock Queen. Audience clap. Jiro come up to stage and THX the host. Jiro, are you ready to rock? Audience, yeah. Jiro, I can't hear you. Audience, why yay? Jiro, that what I want to hear. Smirk, today I will sing a song for my best friends and I wrote when we were 10 years old ago. Audience, Jiro, I hope you like it. Look to guitar player and nod. Play the music. Standing where I should be. Believing as I'm told to believe. Being who I should be. Doing what I should do. Audience cheer and whistle to Jiro voice. Momo and Jack, who listen to her music with beat. Momo, you right Izuku. Her voices never get old. Did you hear what I said? Did you get what I meant? What you saw is an illusion. You're living in delusion. Jiro remember the day with Izuku making this music and see his smile. Going on and on, I have the future in my hands. Getting loose from days I never could get over. Going on and on until I'm finally myself. Getting out of this dishonest world I never wanted. Now is the time. Now is the time. Outside parking. Tommy smoking a cigarette while listening to Jiro music. Yes, the sound is loud to hear even outside. Tommy, that girl is giving all today. Chuckle. Guess we all miss him very much. Puff the cigarette. Yes, Momo housemaid, and Butler also knows Izuku too when they came to play with Momo. Only Momo father don't know about Izuku and other friends. Tommy listening to music until he sees someone come to parking area with motorbike. He see him parking the bike, taking to the helmet and place it on bike. Then he go to club. Tommy shrug and puff the smoke until he sees something about the boy under the light lamp. He choke on the smoke and look up, but doesn't see the boy anymore. He was about to go after but see the bike, so he wait here until he come back. Back inside club. Ask me if you're anxious. I'll give you all the answers. Truth or dare, it's your choice. Your truth is what you wish for. The boy with hood come inside and look to stage and eyes wide. He sees someone who familiar to him and never forgot about her. He smile and keep walking to bar. Who am I to tell you that the future's in your hands? The boy with hood keep walking to the bar until he sees some near the bar and smirk. Set me free from lies and cold deceptions. I'm so scared. Momo keep listening to music until boy with hood passed her and lean on the bar beside Momo. Momo feels something familiar about him, but she shrug and keep listening to her best friend music. Going on and on across this land, across the time. Going on to see, to feel, to breathe. I've always wanted. Sleepless nights I'm spending. Hood boy, hey, you a friend with her? Momo spook and look at the boy. Why ya? Hood boy smirk. Can I get an autograph of her, or if possible a phone number? Counting all the words that broke my heart. Momo, you can ask her when she came down, but I warn you, she already have someone in her heart. I'm leaving all my past here. Hood boy chuckle. I see. I wonder who is the lucky man. Momo smiles sadly. He's one of our best friends, and... Look to Jiro, the one who Jiro always love him very much. Hood boy looked down. I see. Chuckle. Maybe I should tell her back then when I still was human. Momo confused. What are you? Momo stopped talking once she see a green hair, first then his eyes, and final, Izuku smile. I'm back, Momo. Then I'll see the world for sure. Momo, H-how-w-up. Cut off by Izuku, place a finger on her lips. Izuku, I will tell you when she finish sing. Momo nod, and both of them look back to Jiro and listen. Going on and on, I have the future in my hands. Getting loose from days I never could get over. Going on and on until I'm finally myself. Getting out of this dishonest world I never wanted. Now is the time. Now is the time. Chase after time. Chase after time. Jiro close eyes make a final pose. Audience look hypnotizes first until one by one cheer, clap, and whistle. Jiro bow and THX everyone. She then look up at the crowd until she finally land on her best friend Momo. But she see her looking pale as a ghost, and she see her hand signals to look beside her. Jiro look beside her, and eyes wide. Jiro, and mop head. Izuku smile, Violet. At bar. Jiro an arm of Izuku, hugging him like she was Afriad of Izuku will gone again, and Izuku well, he just hug and smooth her. Jack, does Miss Earphone really miss her lovely plush doll this much? Tease Jiro, who show a middle finger to Jack, who laugh and walk away. Momo sigh and look at Izuku with big smile and feel happy that he come back to them safe and sound, but also curious of Momo. Izu called out to him, and Izuku look at her. Are you going to tell us about what happened after you to spear that day? Kyo also break hug and look up to Izuku. Yeah, mophead. Where did you go? Also, did you know everyone worried about you that day? Punch to Izuku's shoulder. Izuku rub where Kyo punch and try to explain. Izuku. Okay, I will tell you, so please stop punching me. Kyo hump and cross arm while look at him. Izuku sigh. That day, I found out who my parents really was, and I can't stand near close to them anymore. So I run away too. Big city. Momo, wait. Why did run to big city instead of come to me or others' home? Kyo, yeah, you could go to Momo mom, Ibra parents, or Kino family. Izuku dry chuckle. If that was easy. Momo and Kyo titled their head. My parents were a hero, and not just any hero. There are All Might and Magentic. Momo and Kyo eyes wide surprised and processed to take the info of Izuku just said. After a minute, Momo/Kyo, WHATTCHFUCK, stand up yell, making other look at him. Izuku pulled both back them down and said sorry to others. Momo and Kyo also say sorry to guest, and everyone go back to what they're doing. Izuku, are you girls really surprised that much? Momo, more than a surprise. Kyo, now, I want to destroy that All Might smug face, said with anger. Izuku chuckle and kiss Kyo cheek, make her froze and Momo gasp. Izuku. Thanks for that, Violet. Kyo hump and look away blush while Momo giggle, but she felt a little tingle of jealous inside of her, but she shake it away her though like she did before. After that, Izuku, Momo, and Kyo talk out each other. Momo and Kyo tell Izuku what do you want to hear, like what happened at Yagi house, where they, and how the friend's doing. Momo and Kyo tell how much they know, and they all went out and go back to park, where Izuku meet with Jim, who give him a lot of scolding for leaving Momo behind, and how she misses Izuku so much. Momo try to hush Jim, but all Jim telling Izuku make her blush with Izuku also doing it too. Jim chuckle at the sight, while Kyoka smile nervous with eyes twitch. After Kyoka, Momo, and Jim gone from the park and home, Izuku hear his engine bike making a sound and light turn on and off to him. Izuku, I see you found them, huh? Grin and his bike come to him, and Izuku get on, let's ride. Pull the lever and drive away. Inside a storage house near at sea, two gang glare at each other with suitcase in their leader hands. Leader 1, so, do you have what I ask? Asked to Leader 2. Leader 2, I did, and do you have what we want? Leader 1 open his suitcase, show it to Leader 2, who see a lot cash and dollar. Leader 2 try to pick the money, but the case closed. Before he can touch, Leader 2 glare at Leader 1, but he doesn't faze by his threat. Leader 1, you have to show me my order first, then we can continue. Leader 2 hump and show his suitcase to Leader 1. Leader 1 grin at the sight of 2 old scroll. Leader 1 push his case to Leader 2 and about to grab his scroll until Leader 2 pull the scroll case back and ask, Leader 2, before I give you, I have a question? Leader 1, although we agree on that we won't ask each other's work? Asked with rise eyebrow. Leader 2, yeah, I know, but you never tell us that these scroll were placed under a full boobay trap. That I lost my best 5 men's. Stand up and yell at Leader 1, and all guns pull out from Leader 2 gang and point to Leader 1 gang. Leader 2, now tell me, what are these? Leader 1 didn't say anything, but start to laugh hard along with his gang. Gang 1 from Leader 2's side. What the F are you laughing at? Asked while point gun close to Leader 1 face. Leader 1, oh, it was funny how you human are so imbecile and why we laughing it was. Grab the gang 1 guns who pulled the trigger and shot right through Leader 1 head, but Leader 1, we are already dead. Look to gang 1 with red glowing eyes. Gang 1 scream and all hell break loose. The bub light swing in storage house with a loud of noise of gunshot, bone rip off, BLD in air, and so on. When all the scream died down, Leader 2 see his all gang on floor with head twist, BLD coming out from head, arming apart, and most of all he see a Leader 1 and his gang in monster form eating up his gang like animals. Leader 1 turn around and look at Leader 2 with grin. Leader 2 jump scare and try to use his quirk maker gun, but as though was not clear, making him hard to do. When Leader 1 got close to Leader 2, Leader 1 grab his neck and lift up to air. Leader 1, you should have leave with the money, but now, you die. Bite his neck and rip it off. Leader 2 BLD lost and start to die. Ah, never been this delicious when we eat human back in underworld, said to himself, and walked to the scroll case. He about to grab it until a door opened with it, bang. Skull come in his storage house with bike, and stop not from the gang. Skull scan the room, see 5 inhuman and 5 normal-ish human. He park the bike and walk toward them like normal human. Leader 1 look at his gang, see them not moving. He roll his eyes and yell, Leader 1, what are you waiting for, kill him? 5 inhuman crawl toward them and like a dog. Skull mutter, Bloodbad and Anubis. From episode Grim, 3 Bloodbad jump into air and 2 Anubis charge forward. Skull pull out his revolver and shotgun. He fire 3 bullet into Bloodbad's shoulder and fire shotgun at Anubis, but 1 managed to dodge side away, only hitting 1 Anubis on shoulder. Anubis tackle Skull on the floor, and Skull lose both his weapons. Skull hold down a Anubis mouth that trying to bite down his neck. Skull kick on Anubis belly with a kneel, and that make him whine the pain, and Skull wasted no time and grab his shirt then. Skull do him like this. Throw him backward, Skull get up fast, and turn around see Anubis already crawl up to him and grab Skull leg and flip him. Skull didn't fall down, only flip back and grab his revolver gun that near him, When he land down, he pulled a trigger that fire Anubis' heart kill him. Anubis fall down with his head turned back into human. Skull turn around and ready for fight another 5 human only to be hit by a shotgun bullet to his chest from Leader. Leader, idiot, Weezin, to think I hope they could be more usefully. Said by seeing Skull on ground. Gang 1, hee hee, but they're usefully for meat shield. Leader grin. True that. Now let's go back to our boss and tell. Cut off by something wrap around him and pull him backward. Gang, boss, yell at his leader. Leader skid on the floor and look up to person who pull him, and that made him eyes wide. Skull was the who pull him back with chain. Leader how? Cut off by his gang charge at Skull, and Skull shot them down like he did with Bloodbad. Skull see all the gang fall down, but see them get back up like a zombie. Leader started to laugh and get up near his gang. Leader, do you think that would actually kill us? Break the skull chain easily and started to transform. His 2 bat wings appear behind him, followed by a tail and 2 horns on his head. His gang also started to show their form and look like. Skull fired 2 bullets at IMP, who dodge easily, and Skull run toward a container and jump onto them. IMP 1 tackle from behind, but Skull jump dodge and use him as a body step up and land on another container. Skull reload his revolver gun in air and feel 2M follow behind him. He turned around fast and fired 2 bullets at IMP2 head, killing him. IMP2 fall down towards Skull. Skull jump step on IMP2 head and jump kick till IMP3 face in air. Skull land down on container, but didn't see IMP4 tackle from behind and fall to ground. Skull growl behind his mask and feel someone grab his leg. Skull look down, see IMP garb his leg with a wicked grin. Before Skull can kick IMP face, IMP4 throw him in the air and slash by IMP1 to his chest, IMP2 to his leg, and IMP3 to his mask. Skull free from air and caught by IMP4, who throw toward Demon, who spin kick to Skull belly. Skull cough up a sleeve behind the mask, and he sent toward the wall with a big impact that make a crack on the wall. He fall forward and facepalm on the ground. IMPS gather around Demon, who laughing like he won the fight. Demon, haha, do you see that my minions? This is how weak the human become in this world. IMPS laughs like a cheerfully laugh and started thinking all kind of thing like eating a male, RPE a women, eat their child, and so on. IMPS cheer happy for the demon that lead him and free from the underworld. Demon, eat him. IMPS, point to Skull with smug. IMPS fly towards Skull with drools. IMPS grab Skull body like animals, tear his shirt, mask, and so on. When they see a flesh, they bite down and feel the sweet of human. But they look confused. They didn't feel any warm BLD or flesh meat. They only feel. IMPS scream in pain. Demon, who looking from behind see IMPS mouth was burning with flame. Olims crawl toward the demon and asking for help, and like usual, demon didn't help, only back away. IMPS keep on crawling toward demon, but they started to feel all kind of pain like they did on human has appear in their eyes. Then IMPS feel a flame started to appear all over their body like a plague disease. They scream for help from demon, but minute by minute, flame take over their body and turn into ash. Demon look only in fear because his minions die in flame and turn into ash like that, and he knows only one flame that can kill a demon in underworld, and his name was... Demon mutter fearfully, Ghost Rider. After a words leave from demon mouth, a big flame ignite from Skull. Demon shield his eyes, and when the light down, he sees Skull looking up to like death stare. Demon feels shiver behind his back. He turn around and ready to ditch, only to be his wings rip apart by Skull, who appear behind him and kick his back. Demon facepalm at the ground, and Demon growl in pain. He then hear a footstep behind him. He look back in fear and see Izuku coming up to him. Demon try to crawl away, but feel a hot flame grab his leg. Izuku throw the demon to the wall. Demon throw up a BLD from impact. Before demon fall down, he was caught by Izuku, a hand that grab on the throat. Demon girth in pain and see eyes to eyes with Izuku. Demon, how did you get here? Izuku, I got a help from your GR King. Demon scream and scare and try to run away by struggle, kicking, slashing his face, Demon try all the attack, but that didn't move Jar. See her in hell. Gr roar a flame on Demon face that make him scream in pain, and flame travel all the way down his body, and everything turn into ash. Gr look at the dust that flow away from him, and he heard a growl pain. He looked at the sound and see 3 Bloodbad and Oni bus trying to run away from the fight. Gr extend his hand at them and make a fist. Near Bloodbad and Anubis, all chain scatter by Demon, started to connect in air and wrap around all Weezin like a snake and pull back toward Gr. Gr grabbed the chain with left hand and whistle with right hand to call his bike. Bike come toward him, and Gr turn his bike into Hell Bike. He then pull the chain of Weezin toward him and look at them. All of Weezin are looking at him with afraid and faint fast. Gr snort and put them onto the bike and ride out from the storage house. In music. Next morning, at police headquarters, Deactive Naomesa, a man with a quality of best quirk and great police, now having a one big headache of what in front of him. Is that really all you know of Mr. Weezin? Asked by Slam the desk. Weezin, I already told everything what happened to Detective, and he was okay with it, so why not you? Smirk, you know why? Put a hands in pocket and walked the door, but before he walked past, he stopped and looked over his shoulder. But if I find out you guys lying something, his hand turned into black scythe and threat mail Weezin, you guys know the rest, right? Weezin nod fast and afraid because they don't want them to hunt their kind, or much worse, go to war with them. The person turned his black scythe into normal hands and walk out the room. Naomesa, do you really need to threat him like that, Spirit? It's Suka's Spirit. Spirit, I have to know Mesa or other Weezin in the city well thinks of us weak or afraid of them to do nothing like this, said while about to light up the cigarette. A hand come from the dark, take his cigarette, and throw in a trash bin. Spirit, why did you do that, Shota? Said to Aizawa beside him. Shota, this is a non-smoke area, and I promise your wife that I will stop your smoking. Spirit, but you never stop Stein when he smoke. Accuses him by pointing his face. Shota, move his hands away. He already have a lesson when he was with Recovery Girl. Spirit stopped talking and gloomed down in corner. Naomesa sigh. Anyway, let's review our case in my office, said while walked to office, and Shota used his scarf to pull Spirit into Naomesa office. In Naomesa office room. Shota, so what did you got? Asked while sit down in chair. Naomesa, the Weezin we interrogate tell us their boss were trading some kind of scroll from the gang, and for some reason the gang leader suspicious something about the scroll they steal, but filled by Spirit. Spirit. They killed all the gang leader before they even have answer. Said while placed down a coffee for Naomesa, Shota, and for him. Shota see a photo files of brutal killing and some scorch mark and dust. Shota, what about the exam result from the dust? Did you know which people belonged to? Asked while keep looking at the files. Naomesa, well about that. Shota stopped looking at the files and looked Naomesa, who looked confused. We examined the result through and through, but no one come out. Give a result paper to Shota, who look at with surprise. Shota, is this even possible? Did they come from other region? Naomesa, that I don't know, but I already give one of the dust to people in USA to exam if they had the match or not. Shota, I see, but the question remains is filled by Spirit. Spirit, why does the Skull Man kill the leader and some of his follower, but not Weezin or anyone in that warehouse? Shota and Naomesa nod. Naomesa, also, we still don't know what the scroll is. Shota/Spirit sigh. Yeah. 3 of them sip the coffee with a big sigh. At cafe restaurant. Izuku sit one of the outdoor desk with a coffee while watching the news, anything about him, but see not one yet. He sighed a feet, and his eyesight was blocked by someone. Who it's? Asked from behind Izuku. Izuku smirk. Maka, or should I call little Maka? Izuku see again, but feel a sting on his shoulder, and the responsible for that was Maka, who punched at his shoulder. Maka, don't call me that. Glare at him. Izuku giggle at her glare, because it looked cute. Izuku, sorry, and good to see you again, Maka. Stand up, hug her. Maka smile. Good to see you too, Zuzu. Hug back. Izuku. And where? Break hug, and about to ask where his other friends, but it cut off by a yell. Oi, Izuku. Izuku looked at THS sound and sees old friends. Izuku, hey Nito, Momo, Kyoka, Tetsu, Libera, Itsuka, Hanta, Fumikage Yui Shinso, called out to his friends who greet at him with a hug and fist bump. After they order their food, we see everyone at the table telling Izuku about the USJ accident and how they were saved by a strange person that come to feet and leave like a normal. Tetsu, man, I still having the goosebumps even when I already heard it before, said with shiver. Tokoyami, that strange person is a reincarnated devil, but for some reason dark shadow like him. Izuku was surprised and curious about that, and wanted to ask him, but if he did the secret will revival, but someone asked it for him. Libera, can you tell us why? He like him? Tokoyami, he said, he was once a pure light that give people hope and justice they deserve, but when he fallen he become evil, but he still uphold onto the justice. Tell his friends who were all amazed by it. Even Libera too. Nito, but fallen. Everyone look at him is like one of those legendary story about the Lucifer fallen from heaven. Zero, yeah it does sound like that, said with arm cross nod. Jiro, well, whoever he is, we still own him for saving us. Shinso, true about that, and if you ask me, someone like him make hero and villain keep in line, and they well think before they can act again. Itsuka, what did you mean Shinso? Shinso, I don't know you guys seen this or not, but show a video to his friends, and they see a title about how hero were becoming reckless. Maka, no surprise here, said with knowing that those kind of heroes are out there along with the rest nodding agree. Anyway, look at Izuku along with everyone expect Momo and Kyoka, who knows what make about to ask. Zuzu, are you going to tell us what happened to you, since we can't crack a open from these girls? Point to Momo and Kyoka, who looks away whistle. Izuku sigh and pitches noise. I guess, I have explained to do, huh? After Izuku tell what he tell to Momo and Kyoka, everyone were more surprises and shock that Izuku parents were all might and magentic. Now, some were even regret forgiving to those five, but Izuku tell them he okay with it, and that make them more surprised by it. Before they can ask Izuku why he changed the subject from his to them. Izuku, anyway, how are you guys going at school? Anything interested will be happened? Nito, well, there will be a Udata Sport Festival coming up next week. Izuku, surprised by it, even after what happened in USJ. Momo, our homeroom teacher, said the administration thinks it's a good way to show the villain that we aren't weak or afraid of them. Itsuka, and Udata also strengthened the security to 5 times the previous years, so they sure no idiot villain will attack there. Izuku sigh. I see. Look at his friend, so do you guys did any training while I gone? Asked, and some look away while others answer with confidence. Izuku looked to who didn't answer. Kyoka, Hanta, Fumikage Yui, Shinso Nito, called out to them, and they look away whistle. Izuku's eyes started to twitch in anger, but he sigh and look at Momo. Izuku, Momo, does your house still have that training yard? Momo, of course, is still left the way we did. Answer happily that she left everything about the playground, training ground, movies night, and so on. Izuku grin. Perfect. Then let's US meet at Momo house tomorrow and tell your parents that you will be staying at her house for training all this week. Hanta, Fumikage, Yui, Shinso, Nito, what? Yell in surprise while Kyoko only sigh. Itsuka, Maka, Tetsu. Yes. Yell and hype up and ready to go. Momo, looks like I have to make a lot of tea, said with eyes sparkle and started to mutter all tea name, making others sweat drop. Izuku chuckle at the sight of seeing his friends again and happy he come back here, but he knows they can't stay friends forever because he has a deal with Lucifer and he knows he can't go back to the way they used. This marks the end of part 1 of What If Badass Became Sprit of Vengeance. A big thanks to Unzero123 for granting the permission to feature this amazing fanfiction. Please like the video and subscribe to Deku Universe for more interesting stories. Thank you and see you soon.